Welcome into DC On Screen episode 390. Today we're getting super spoilery on The Flash 322 Infantino Street. I am your host, David C. Robertson. This my co-host, Jason Goss.
Hello.
To recap, after Lyla turns him down, Barry turns to Captain Cold for help stealing a power supply that will power the Speed Force cannon / Bazooka. Despite King Shark, the plan pays off and Lyla decides to help. Joe and Wally join forces in Earth 2 to stow Iris away, but HR is tricked into revealing her location, resulting in a broken Wally. At the pivotal moment, Savitar shows off his Philosopher's Stone, which negates the powers of the Speed Force cannon / Bazooka, resulting in the death of Iris West.
We had mentioned before, like, come on, man, you can't just throw the stone into the Speed Force.
Mm-hmm. We did mention that.
Right. That's got to be a thing.
Mm-hmm. Look, I have a theory though. I don't, because HR is the one, and because previously on the show, HR. This is my theory, because HR accidentally, told Savitar where she was.
Sure.
Because earlier in the season, Savitar said,
because
the
he
coward
couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, you're the coward. The
coward survives.
You're the one that you survive. I think, and they pointed out the transmogrifier again. I told you that was coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to become like the Rush Limbaugh of DC on screen. It's like, I predicted this several months ago. But no. But no, I said they're gonna. That transmogrifier is the smoking gun, man, and they showed it. Again in this
was,
episode.
and the cool thing about that was like Barry, just as Barry Allen, kicking some ass.
Yeah,
that was kind of cool. Like, there's no powers here. That was just him kicking a couple asses.
But I'm pretty sure Iris is HR, and
no,
and
that's
promo,
cool if it is, but no.
And in the promo for next week, they show HR on the building looking sad, but I'm pretty sure that's Iris.
Yeah, it did occur to me, though.
I think he took her place, just in case. I think he, stole her away while they were distracting Savitar with that weapon.
Yeah,
something.
That wouldn't surprise me, actually.
Or maybe...
It really, I'm saying...
But
I'm saying no, but it did cross my mind.
Barry can't know, obviously, so...
No,
Barry and Joe
he would have... And it would explain why, Joe's sad, but he's not, lose my daughter sad. I mean, Joe's eyes. Jesus. Jesse L. Martin. We should just do a podcast where we just, do 20 minutes of clapping for Jesse L. Martin's performance. It should just be called Jesse, Thank You.
On Twitter, Yoda Hughes said, I wish Joe could sing to me when I feel sick. That man's eyes and voice could stop wars.
Seriously. Damn right. But
no, yeah,
there's a lot of foreshadowing though of I will do anything, and the ruthlessness Captain Cold brings up, and the bringing up the time travel idea again. It's not outside the realm of possibility that HR is there. Mm-hmm. But
he could be both places.
The problem would be that Barry would still remember. If the reveal afterward is that it's HR, Barry would still know that. So Savitar would still know that.
Well, as long as they defeat him and put him back in the Speed Force,
but
before Barry finds
apparently
out.
They can't. And by the way, I loved how Ghostbusters the speed cannon looked. Mm-hmm. Cracked me up. But as long as they get him in there, that's fine. But they have to get the Philosopher's Stone, the calcified, I guess, Philosopher's Stone out of his reach to do that. And as the story goes right now, I think it's still very linear. He still knows everything Barry knows. So if it was HR in there, they have to come up with a reason that Savitar wouldn't know that.
Yeah. Well, Barry would have to, throw all the time remnants at him.
Yeah.
Either that or they would have to actually figure out a way around it.
Yeah.
In general, just to get him in there quicker. They're jumping 4 years ahead in the future. They're trying, they're not literally jumping ahead, but they're trying to do something 4 years quicker than they were supposed to.
Yeah.
So,
Tracy may not have gotten it right. Who knows? But I gotta say, if this is how Iris goes out, damn, man. I mean, that was a great that was a great scene with the wedding vows, everything. It was just good television there for the last bit.
Yeah. J. Scott St. Clair on Facebook says, after a somewhat disappointing season, I gotta say the last 2 episodes have really turned the momentum around in the best possible way. Agreed.
Yep.
Chuckabutt over on Instagram gave us a series of sad crying emojis.
I'm with you. I teared up a little bit in this episode.
Now, like, I'm not the only person thinking the HR thing. Rick Story on Twitter says, I'm not buying that death scene at all. You guys predicted that Joe was going to bite it, but I think HR will be the one to go. Tumco26 on Instagram, really like the Flash this week. You can't go wrong with Barry and Snart. Absolutely agree, dude. It's just great chemistry all around. That ending got me all in the feels, although I guess it could be HR, but I don't want HR to die.
I really don't. I just don't want Tom Cavanaugh off the show in any capacity. Yeah. I don't care. You can bring back another Earths. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but Tumco says he's curious about the whereabouts of Julian, too, so...
Yeah, he was mysteriously absent.
Mysteriously absent. Josh McKay on Twitter, I think it's Julian or maybe HR. I didn't buy that reaction. I think, whatever it is, I think Barry's reaction has to be genuine. He thinks Iris is gone.
Yeah, I mean, if it's true that it's HR, he really believes it.
He can't know, because then Savitar would
know.
Then
Savitar would know. Like, that's been established.
Jumping back, though, to what Tumco was saying.
Actually, though, that could be...
Snart.
That could be the point, is, like, Savitar was a... Alright, they described Savitar as a time loop, like a closed circle. But it could be that kind of closed circle where you have to live through it, but then if someone fools him, he is a time loop you have to go through, but then he just vanishes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's possible if you pull out the whiteboard or whatever.
Yeah. Like, as long as they create him.
Well, they create him. He exists. He goes through the whole time loop. He's a time remnant that comes back. All right, that all makes sense as far as, sci-fi goes. But if it's true that he, A, must exist, and B, must get fooled, then C is he must not exist.
Mm-hmm.
It's doable. Actually, I take back my previous statement. It's doable.
It's fun. I feel like...
I just love that, like,
Barry's...
May of every year we're doing this.
I kind of feel like...
That's just Barry a good show, right?
Yeah. I feel like Barry should be at some point, I think, next episode, he should just be like, you know what? Iris is dead. I'm not going to fight you. If he never creates the time remnant to fight Savitar doesn't exist.
Yep.
The Mobius strip is broken.
And Iris comes back magically.
Yeah.
And that would work. That would work for Barry's character, too. Oh, you know what? It would work, though, if they all did it together. Like, that was our problem with the time remnant. His story was like, I don't think Joe would ignore any version of Barry.
Yeah, I don't
either.
So
what if the entire, like, Flash family embraces Savitar instead?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, decides to love and accept the guy rather than reject him?
Mm-hmm.
You can't have Savitar after that.
Right. But then next season you can make him Cobalt Blue.
Goddamn right you can.
I'm not giving up Cobalt Blue, man.
Nope. And you shouldn't.
Although I think Cobalt Blue, they could still do a great story with the Thawne family and him. I think there could be an extra Thawne floating around.
It could work. He could just call himself that. I mean, we had, like, last episode, we just had Barry calling himself Bart. You can just throw things around, whatever.
Yeah. Alright, so, I do miss Snart.
Oh, man.
He was fantastic in this episode.
Seriously, I have, like, 7 different Snart lines written down.
Isn't Snart off with the Legends? No, he did.
I loved his early advice. Make the plan. Execute the plan. Expect the plan to go off the rails. Throw away the plan.
Yep.
That is life advice, motherfuckers. That is how things work. The one that probably made me laugh the most was King Shark. That's adorable.
Yeah. I love how they're like talking about how like badass that lock is and how so impenetrable, and then it's just
Like,
he's like 37 seconds. I must be out of practice.
yes, I love that. Oh God, he's good. God, I miss that guy. I really hope they just pull him out of time and put him back on Flash, man.
I like Shark Week. I'm not a marine biologist.
Wait, hold on. Reminds me of Jaws. They didn't show the shark because they couldn't afford to make it look good.
Yep. I had that one written down.
Quick little bucket list shout out.
Or you can kill him and prove how much of a badass you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and then King Shark gets his hand cut off. He's like, ouch! Been there.
Yep.
That was great.
Yep.
And then getting to serious stuff, it's like, you see the good in me, I see the bad in you. Stop trying to beat Savitar at his own game. Your goodness is your strength. Like, we got to see, we got to see this wonderful version of Captain Cold this week, where like he's still a thief, but he's like the thief who's gone through all the shit with the legends, where he's kind of learned some personal lessons. I won't even say moral lessons, just personal. This was perfect. Like, I want this guy back every time I can possibly have him.
Yeah, time to find him in a time loop somewhere, guys.
Seriously.
I don't know. Whatever. Maybe that explosion at the core, like somehow because of the temporal things and the time masters, that you could find. He's just in a buffer somewhere. Just find him.
We're gonna call it temporal disbursement.
Sure.
Because that seems like a phrase.
I know he's doing Prison Break, but I love the guy, so bring him back. I don't care how you do it. This is one of those rare cases where I'm like, no, stakes be damned. I want you back.
He's that good. He really is. He is that good. Yeah, you're right, though. Cisco had some good lines.
Mm-hmm. Is it spying if we're friends?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one. I really like Savitar saying what I remember as being created as a disposable life.
That was rough. Yeah.
That was pretty rough.
Yeah, I had that one written down, too. Before that, though, it was, you're not Caitlin and I'm not Barry.
Yeah.
Just digging in.
Oh, man. Yeah, when they were attacking Savitar at the end, and Iris is just laying there watching it. I'm like, run, Iris, run.
Wouldn't do any damn good.
Yep.
Wouldn't do any damn good in that context.
Did you notice they had Cheetah?
Yep.
In the place?
Yep.
In Argus?
Yep. Saw that. Laughed pretty hard at that.
It's taken up like 4 lines. Don't take that freaking ring off, Iris.
I know, like you're just reinforcing that scenario. Like, that's part of it. Just keep the ring on, and it I don't know.
I enjoyed seeing Harry again, though.
I did. I really enjoyed seeing Harry. Like, he has this wonderful, like, what the hell are you doing here kind of moment. God, Tom Cavanaugh, man. Tom Cavanaugh.
He's great.
That man is fantastic. And good shout out in the title, right? Infantino Street.
Yeah. Oh, Carmine.
Responsible for so much.
So much.
And one of the best, like, he was wasted as a comics writer. That dude should have been a gangster. Like, Carmine Infantino is one of the best gangster names ever. Fuck the Sopranos, man.
Yeah. Carmine Babyface Infantino.
He doesn't even need a surname. He doesn't need a nickname. He just Carmine Infantino.
How do you have the word infant as such a big part of your last name without calling yourself Babyface?
I think Carmine the Kid Infantino, maybe.
I could deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh man, so I hate to say it, but I think I've got everything. I think that's it. I think that's all I've got to say about the Flash. I'm down. You know what? I loved the 24 hours until Iris dies thing, and like that whatever that music was great.
Oh, it was well scored. Absolutely.
I mean, it was just an actual song.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And I meant to look it up, and I didn't do it. So I'm not going to do it now.
No,
but
I missed that too.
They played the same song again at the end.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't look that up either. I meant to. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Great episode,
Good
though.
episode.
And
Great.
like some other people were saying, like Flash took like a little bit of a dip, but I think we're back.
Mm.
I
You think if it is?
I think we're back to being a fantastic show instead of just a really good show. Like seriously, when they dipped, it was still just a really good show.
Yeah. I'm a little worried Tracy might be taking the place of Caitlin and HR at the same time.
I would worry about that, but I like her. I like the actress, too.
Yeah, she's fine. I just don't want to lose those two.
No, I don't. I will find an office to protest outside of if they get rid of Tom Cavanaugh.
Well, I mean,
I'll even take a
might be
plane
actually-
flight, which is hard for me.
He might be looking to, get deeper into directing or something. Just kind of show up as Harry every once in a while.
I mean, he directed, but
I don't know.
I can't deal with it.
With the possibilities.
I can't not have Tom Cavanaugh in my life. I just can't.
I don't want that life.
Just fact. Gotta have him.
All right, guys. We didn't mention it, but I kind of like at the beginning. I thought I was like, man, Lila's being a dick, and then at the end, she was like, you know what? I saw what you did on the.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
monitor. I'll give you the thing.
Yeah, that was another good pull. Yeah. Good to see Lyla, and she was right, and then she was right.
Mm-hmm. So I was down with it.
I still love Lyla. Like, she's one of the most true characters in all of this.
A little bit.
All of the CW verse.
A little bit. All right, we gotta go on. Move on. We are DC On Screen. You can find every episode at dconscreen.com. You can hit us up on Twitter, connect with us on Facebook, or on Instagram at DC On Screen. One word. That's it. dconscreen@gmail.com if you want to email us, if you're not into the whole social media scene. 205-259-6331 if you'd like to hear your voice on our show. And we're going to be coming right back with our recap and review of Arrow 522 Missing. Until then, keep some DC on your screen.